Hey guys, it's me man. I can bring us some more things. Right, it's only just for last time. I can't remember. I don't know, but I know what time it is now. It is trial time. It's time for the trial. Yay! I can't remember what we did last time because I recorded it last week. Can't remember. I cannot remember what I did. But anyway, I know what time it is now. I know it's trial time. We found out, I think it was something to do with Adrian Andrews, and that she killed herself. She tried to kill herself after her mentor killed herself, but she couldn't do it. So it gives her motive to try and kill the guy who's dead, or something like that. I don't know. Mia, hi, how you doing? How's you and your boobs doing today? Oh, pearls either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. It's him. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her this morning, she seemed a bit, how you say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For myself, you must win today's trial, which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you give me? You'll figure it out once the trial opens, even if you don't like my gift. I expect you to graciously accept it and win today's contest, if you please. Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present. Mr. Lloyd, dude, who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so you forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Gotta love lying. 10 a.m. Where's Von Karma? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is nowhere to be found. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor! Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has, this morning, Miss... Von Karma was shot by, I don't know, what the fuck? She was shot? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was joking. Von Karma's been shot. Shit! It just got real, me. Oh my god, this would be your advantage. That's a fact. Our advantage would probably be that we have no one nobody to prosecute, so we can easily defend. She's alive in a stable condition. That's good. Phew. I thought he shot. Yep. Edgeworth! I kinda guessed. Due to the circumstances, Miss Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally. It's not gonna be that easy for us. I need to move my chair, get comfortable. I have a big smile on my face, because this is gonna be interesting. Prosecution seeks to prove the guiltiness. The court, of course, acknowledges prosecution. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation? My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now. After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, he believed he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought it suspicious when he brought empty the guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Our main thing. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's press everything as we normally do to get every piece of information out of this. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say the murder occurred within a 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, detective. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his room. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant. Matt and Guards, she's really manager. She's really pretty lady, sir. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the pro-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Miss On Guard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. That's when she found the victim's body. After looking into the cause of death, he definitely murdered, sir. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something as so brainless as that, pal. Take a good look at the crime photo. Now, a real thoro's attention would be drawn to this bandana. Bandana? His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then, what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck into the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. What? How did he die? Hold on a second, I didn't see this. I'm still confused. How did he die? Stabbed, strangled. Oh, he was strangled with the scarf. Okay. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The German ninja doesn't go anywhere without his Bradwick guitar, and we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? If I really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it, how's that? We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar's case was the victim's. Only the victims, huh? I see. Ah, so much for my theory then. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gateway Hotel that night. Well, then where was it? The Brightwood guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case at all. After all, I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Mr. Angard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. It looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe. Please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Angard and Juan Corrida were rivals with each other. They each thought the other was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's a jamming ninja there's the jamming ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja's costume and was found in Mr. Angard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes it this premeditated murder. It was sort of sticky and the handles on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clear, sir. So we got a knife added to the correct, and there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, we know that the blood on it is the victim, sir. All this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up and with your usual pointless cursing. Yeah. This is so much fun. It's nice to have Edgeworth back. But in terms of popularity, Mr. Angard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. Angard in everything. This year, it seemed like he finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Corrida lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. Which makes no sense. Why would he kill someone he's already better than? If he's not in his way anymore, he's clearly better than... Mr. Angard is clearly better than Corrida is. He tops him in everything, so why would he kill him? There's not enough motive. And I think Phoenix just said what I just said right there. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective? It's not, well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, not you, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I look forward to your pension negotiations. No! Now, detective, let's continue with the testimony. No, not my poor pension too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello, anyone? Gumshoe and his poor pension. Do you have any proof that the bottom belonged to the victim? I don't get you, pal. Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim about that. This button was ripped off Jammy Ninja's costume. Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on it afterwards. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Fred? Huh? The button was attached to the costume by Fred, obviously. And that Fred snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume and the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. There's a perfect match, pal. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. Where was the button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Greeder, and then we did all the search on them. That's where we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to load the gun and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what's he trying to say about me here? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of the knife then? The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this premeditated murder. There is no way this was premeditated murder, even if he brought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't just some pocket knife. It's not really useful for anything. You can just walk around with it either. You can't just walk around with it either. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was premeditated murder to be done for. Phoenix, yes? There's something very interesting about what the defense said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with Elgar's fingerprints. Be careful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be, okay? Could have brought this knife with him. I still got a knife. I got Gatewater. What the hell is Gatewater? Is that the hotel? Is it the hotel's knife? In the grip, Gatewater is engraved. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument that this is premeditated murder is simply that my client brought a knife beforehand. Yeah, the knife. Did not buy this knife? Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll know what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a gay water seal set into the handle. Gay water? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel, the Gay Water Hotel. Yes! It was the hotel that they were in. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is very big. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't know. Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Krieger's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate our last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the knife's still there. There's a knife and fork on the table. Yep. Then, where in the world does this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt God. He's missing a knife, isn't he? Especially what was on top of his table. There was one fork, no knife. Perhaps it was a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Matt Ungar's knife was still missing. Mr. Ungar had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had during dinner. Why would he carry a knife? Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven that this was premeditated murder. Amazing! Mr. Edgeworth, absolutely brilliant! A brilliant clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints, and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense would present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If you are also okay, I'll bring you out down his feet. Mr. Wright, do you have some important evidence that is necessary to... Well, I actually do. There is one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will give you one more time. I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is not don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's coming for all of us. The entire health bar is going to be disintegrated if I mess this up. So I gotta get this right. Alright. I think it's this. There's no sign of it being drank. This wine glass. I don't think. There's something about this that I don't like. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase is broken. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on the top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on the top of the drawer is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth, what is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to the wine glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. But the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example, she could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really set the glass without thinking? Possible. There's no way. It's possible. There's no way. I don't think so. Oh shit! No! I pressed the goddamn wrong button. You can't think like that, Phoenix. Right now you're hanging on the very edge of the thread. Anything else you can grab onto? No. So in other words, push as far as we can go. No, I didn't mean that. See something that proves. No, I didn't want to do that. Do you have any proof to back up this claim? There's no way he has. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? That was a mistake. I made a mistake. You're not thinking hard enough today. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course, it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints? There was only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews. What? Oh, updated it. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are you down, Mr. Wright? I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to Miss Carita. She dropped it. Upon seeing his dead body, she was starting to set the glass down in the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now you see, Mr. Wright? You don't change any part of your scenario as it explains everything all too well. I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I will now discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to add to my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Edgeworth thinking? We're gonna leave it there. Thank you guys. Of course, you just saw there that was Oldberg, but we're gonna leave today's episode there. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys later for some more. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Peace.